Mr. President, dear colleagues, the current international security environment is complex and fluid. Nuclear proliferation remains a pressing issue, and nuclear disarmament a long and arduous task. To realize a safer world for all, we must first and foremost remove the threat of nuclear war. I wish to propose in this connection that we make efforts in the following 5 areas. First, maintain global strategic balance and stability, and vigorously advance nuclear disarmament. All nuclear weapon states should fulfill in good faith obligations under Article 6 of the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons, and publicly undertake not to seek permanent possession of nuclear weapons. Countries with the largest nuclear arsenals should continue to take the lead in making drastic and substantive reductions in their nuclear weapons. The Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty should be brought into force at an early date, and negotiations on the Fissile Material Cutoff Treaty should start as soon as possible. When conditions are ripe, other nuclear weapon states should also join the multilateral negotiations on nuclear disarmament. To attain the ultimate goal of complete and thorough nuclear disarmament, the international community should develop, at an appropriate time, a viable, long-term plan composed of phased actions, including the conclusion of a convention on the complete prohibition of nuclear weapons. Second, abandon the nuclear deterrence policy based on first use of nuclear weapons and take credible steps to reduce the threat of nuclear weapons. All nuclear weapon states should make an unequivocal commitment of unconditionally not using or threatening to use nuclear weapons against non-nuclear weapon states or nuclear weapon-free zones, and conclude a legally binding international instrument in this regard. In the meantime, nuclear weapon states should negotiate and conclude a treaty on no first use of nuclear weapons against one another. Third, consolidate the international nuclear non-proliferation regime and prevent proliferation of nuclear weapons. All countries should join the NPT, and real efforts should be made to uphold and enhance its authority and effectiveness. The function of the International Atomic Energy Agency in safeguards should be strengthened. All countries should strictly comply with non-proliferation obligations, refrain from double standards, and tighten and improve export control to prevent proliferation. Fourth, fully respect the right of all countries to peaceful use of nuclear energy and carry out active international cooperation. Developed countries should actively assist developing countries in developing and using nuclear energy for peaceful purposes. The IAEA should increase input to promote technical cooperation and assistance in nuclear power, nuclear safety and security, and nuclear technology application. Fifth, take strong measures to enhance nuclear security and reduce nuclear risks. Countries should act in strict observance of all international legal instruments governing nuclear security, take credible steps to ensure the security of their nuclear facilities and materials, and prevent the diversion of nuclear materials with effective means. The international community should intensify cooperation and combat nuclear terrorism through concerted efforts. China has consistently stood for the complete prohibition and thorough destruction of nuclear weapons. I wish to take this opportunity to solemnly reiterate that China is firmly committed to a nuclear strategy of self-defense. We have adhered to the policy of no first use of nuclear weapons at any time and under any circumstance. and made the unequivocal commitment that we will unconditionally not use or threaten to use nuclear weapons against non-nuclear weapon states or nuclear weapon-free zones. China does not participate in any form of nuclear arms race. We will continue to keep our nuclear capabilities at the minimum level required for national security, make efforts to advance the international nuclear disarmament process. China will continue to play a constructive